Hello everybody! Welcome to the stream! I am so excited to have you guys here today. Thank you so much for coming. We already got Hav Wong and Death Star, two legends here on this channel in the show. So welcome everybody to the live show. We have a lot to cover today, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started pretty quickly here. We hope to see more people coming in, more people saying hi in the chat. If you guys don't know what this is the Other James live show. And what we do here, well, we do quite a lot actually. We do anything from music to art to writing to playing games, just giving free advice, just basically at face value, having a good wholesome time with friends and meeting new people and just sharing inspiration and just adding another drop of positivity into the ocean that is the world. Welcome, Hav Wong, Death Star, Jocelyn, my wonderful, gorgeous fiance, for those of you who don't know, in the chat. Kotoha Kocho, welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. My wonderful roommate just brought me a cup of water. Thank you. All right, welcome everybody to the chat. I hope you guys enjoy the stream today because we got some big things going on before I go off ranting on anything too crazy. We're just gonna jump right into it. So I have my notes up here so I remember exactly the order in which I was going to talk about things today. First of all, tonight is about like encouragement, reflection, and choosing one small way to move forward together. If you've read the description on this video, there's a little paragraph that I put at the beginning of each of my live shows. And today's live show is specifically about our New Year's resolutions. But don't run away yet. Don't run away yet, because I think and I hope it's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be exciting. We are going to be talking about how we can actually make them like a positive thing, not so much of a negative thing. I feel like a lot of people think about New Year's resolutions and they're just like, oof, there's so much pressure right there. There's so much pressure, and it's hard to feel the motivation when you feel guilt for not being perfect at your New Year's resolution. A lot of people that decide that they want to work out every day, and they do like a day, 2, maybe 3, and then they skip the rest of the week, and then they do 1 day the next week, and then they're just busy, and it's like, oh, well, I just don't have time. Death Star is saying in the chat, I need an answer before I leave, if that's okay. Just trying to get watching. Oh, I was about to watch a movie with my family, so unfortunately I probably can't watch it. Is there going to be an after show on Discord? Not so much of an after show or an after party. However, there will be the stuff we discuss in this video will be integrated into the Discord server. So anything that you miss in this video will be talked about on Discord, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. In the meantime, no pressure to stay. I hope you enjoy the movie with your family, and thank you so much for coming. All right. Coming up soon, actually. Coming soon on the... I have to, like, cover the addresses on the envelope. Basically, I got my first piece of fan mail, which is amazing, and I've never had that happen before. And so we're going to open that on our live show tonight, and that's super exciting. Other things you can look forward to, we're going to do a bit of a warm-up activity. We're going to have some conversation with each other about what we want to, what we think is most important. That's a new word. Somebody put that in the quote book on the Discord channel. What we think is the most important goal for ourselves individually, not for sharing with each other, just for some personal thought, and also a goal that we're going to come together as a community to create as our January goal. And if you're a part of our Discord server, we're going to implement this goal and be checking up on each other and encouraging each other with this goal. Now, every month we're going to make a new goal on just how we can improve a little bit of our life quality, how we can work on our self-improvement, at least just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing too big. In fact, we're going to discuss and vote and talk in the chat about what we think would be a good goal to have for this month. Now, give me a breath and a drink of water real quick. So, real quick, if you guys haven't seen Oh dear. I don't know how to add this. I don't know how to add this. I think there's a way to do it. But basically, I have a video on New Year's resolutions already as it stands. I'm gonna just pull it up on my stream here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Playlists, originals. Where's the originals? Ah! Originals. Okay, wait, hold on. Where is it? Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen real quick so I can show you guys something. So here, you guys get a little peek into just what my screen looks like. But right here at the top of this, oh goodness, at the top of this list right here, it says making and actually keeping your goals. So this is a video, ignore the rest of the silly videos that are here. But this is a video that I made, what year was that? 1 year ago? Dang. Wait. No. Hold on, now I have to actually click on it. Apparently I was in the middle of watching my own video and I was halfway through. When was it published? 2024. That was not 1 year ago. That was 2 years ago. Anyway, this is an okay video on, this is an okay video that I've done on basically just actually committing to your New Year's resolutions in a guilt-free way. Making it something that can be enjoyable and consistent without pressuring yourself too much. So, I want to just kind of, what's it called? Plug this. I want to plug this so that you guys can go and watch it on your own time. All you have to do is go to my go to my channel page. You go to originals. I'll actually, you know what? I will change it right now so that it is on my at the top, at like the front of my originals page. I'll make it so that you guys can find it right away. You don't necessarily need to go watch it right now. Just go find it afterwards for sure. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pause this real quick. But definitely go watch this on your own time. I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio. You guys are gonna see all my stats for just a second. Cause why not? 5 years on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. That's crazy. New Year's. What? Oh, hold on. Oh, making and keeping goals. That was the actual name of it. Let's go to this one. Yeah, so this is the video. This isn't where I wanted to go though. I just wanted to go to my channel. But I'm killing time a little bit just to let more people come into the chat. So if you guys aren't familiar with my channel, this is what it looks like. Isn't it great? But we're gonna actually, I just need to edit this playlist. Need to scroll down and we gotta move this up to the top. Woo! We're glitching out a little bit. And is this the best video that I have? Absolutely not. But it's still a good one. I feel like it has some good messages in it. And I think, you know, hopefully I don't sound too narcissistic here, but I think I give pretty good advice. So, there we go. Now it should show up on the front of my channel. You guys can go find it and see it afterwards. Yep, right there. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. The Most Insane Bean is here. Most Insane Bean, she made it. It's so good to have you back. Thank you for coming. Kotoha is asking, you like FNAF Sister Location? I do. over the October season, I was playing FNAF on stream, trying to actually play my way through the game for the first time. I think we got to night 4, and I could not get past it. So we're gonna keep trying. I gotta wait a little bit because my soul jumped out of my chest a few times. Jocelyn says, I was gonna try and make an old one when you said you'd been on YouTube for 5 years, but I can't. Wait, what? But I can't think of a really funny one. Oh, my fiance was about to make an old joke about me being on YouTube for 5 years. Yeah, I guess. When did I start? I was 17. Or had just turned 18. I was either 17 or I had just turned 18 when I first made my YouTube channel. And I'm 23 now, which... Wow. That's wild. That's crazy. Babe, you're marrying me. That's wild. Anyway, time flies when you're having fun and getting engaged and all that fun stuff. People putting hearts in the chat. Old joke. I knew what you meant. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna go ahead, and before we actually jump into the meat of today, I don't think the person who sent this letter is on stream yet. He might jump on later. But this is from a good friend of mine. Well, I mean, I've never met him in person. I just mean that he has been a follower for a long time. His name is Aiden, and he sent me this card that I haven't opened yet. And it looks like it was mostly a holiday gift, but this is my first piece of mail from one of my fans. And he's also a patron, so he gets free stickers from me in the mail. And if you guys want to join the Patreon as well, I've been trying to make that happen recently. So, aw, this is so cute. Look at it. It's a Mickey Mouse snowman, but it's like a pop out. It's so cute. Okay, let's see. All right, hello world. There's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. The theme from the Partridge Family, 1974. Wishing you the merriest season ever. Happy holidays, your good friend Aiden. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I will be keeping this for sure. This is my first piece of fan mail ever. Put some hearts in the chat for Aiden. Super, super honored to have this. I'm going to put it on display right there. My cup's in the way. My Mickey Mouse cup is in the way of the Mickey Mouse card. But I'm going to put it right there so we can see it in the corner at the very least. Thank you so much, Aiden. Thank you. I assume Aiden usually comes and watches. If he's not here live, he usually comes and watches them afterwards. So thank you so much, Aiden. Hold on. I gotta look at it again. That's so sweet. Come on, get happy. That's all. I love it. That's so... Aw, so sweet. I'm going to be keeping that, and I'm going to be keeping that right there. Thank you very much, Aiden. Thank you. Alright. Okay. And this is the point where... Oh my gosh, we got up to 26 something viewers. Dang, we got pretty high, pretty quick. We're holding at a steady, it looks like 5 or 6 coming in and out. Okay. So, first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna ask the chat. I'd like to hear from the chat. We're gonna put kind of a, it's not a poll, it's just a question. I'm gonna put it in right now. Later, can you play FNAF? Any FNAF game? You know what, Katoha? If I get a subscribe from you, we'll play FNAF at the end of the stream. I can absolutely fit that in. If you subscribe, if I get the... I can see it right now. If I get the notification that you've subscribed, I will guarantee that I will play FNAF at the end of the stream. Okay, so in one word, what do you hope... Hey, Katoha subscribed! Thank you so much, Katoha. All right, we'll play some FNAF. We'll jump on night 4 and we'll see what works. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it more so than just the like, oh, here's a throwaway subscribe. But I appreciate that you're sticking around and like, I meant it when I said it. If you subscribe, I'll play. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, for a question for you guys in the chat. In one word, what do you hope for 2026? I'd love to hear you guys' answers. I'd love to talk and discuss about them. I'm going to give you guys some time to put your answers in the chat. And of course, you can use more than one word if you want. There's nothing against that. But in the meantime, I'm actually going to, here, wait, let's pull this out. I'm going to pull up our the thing that we're talking about today. So I have this system that I've created. This is the big meat of our of what I wanted to talk about today. So this is something that I've created. This is my own creation. I call it the 12 aspects of health. And basically, you guys might have you might have seen or heard through different like work studies or church programs or youth programs or stuff like that, that you want to keep track of like your physical, your emotional, and like your mental health and stuff like that. And obviously, yes, but when I think I was about like 16. There's a fly in here. I think I was about 16 or 17 when I thought to myself, I was like, but I feel like there's more. I feel like there's more than just physical, emotional, and mental. And even each of those things can be broken into some categories. So, so this is my 12 aspects of health that I've come up with. And it looks like a lot, but don't worry. We're not going to go over the whole thing today. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to ask you guys some of your thoughts on what you see up here. We're going to do a quick review, and I'm just going to ask you guys what you think is something that you would like to improve on as a community. Now, I'm gonna ask a few questions in the chat, like, oh, what do you think you want to focus on personally, or something like that. You don't even have to answer, just think about it, right? I'm going to be putting this up as a PDF. It is available for download on my Discord server, and right, this is a very rough draft. This is a rough concept of this this chart that I made, and I've used it in my household with my parents and my siblings. I've actually used it at work before. I used to work at a mental hospital, and I'm pretty sure if you go far enough back in my videos, you can tell which hospital I worked for. But I worked with patients in a psychiatric facility, and I led a class a couple of times where we talked about self-reliance, self-improvement, and I used this chart while teaching that class. So we're going to go over what this is so that you guys get a summary of what we're looking at, rather than just getting flashbanged with a bunch of colors and words on the screen. Before we do that, though, we're going to go back to the chat. I asked you guys in the chat, in one word, what do you hope for? What do you hope for 2026? In one word, what do you hope for 2026? Katoha said peace. That is a good word. I think, if it's like, Genie, my first wish is world peace, right? It's like, it's a nice concept, but I feel like it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than just wanting peace for the world, like, as a whole, but inner peace. Peace for yourself. Peace doesn't mean that everything's perfect. Peace just means that you are at peace with where your life is. That you are at peace regardless of the circumstances around you. I think a wonderful man who recently passed away, and if you know me well enough and you know what religion I am, then you'll know who I'm quoting. But he said something along the lines of, I'm going to butcher the quote, but often it is... Oh, hold on. I'm going to look it up, actually. Okay, hold on. I'm going to look up the quote because I don't want to get it wrong. There it is. So, a man named Russell M. Nelson, who recently passed away, a prophet for the LDS Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he said, "The joy we feel has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives." And I think that that is a really wise thing that we should be thinking about more. Mark Millard is in the chat. I remember you. Hey, James, what's up? He said. What's up? So nice to see you again. So, I actually love that you said peace. Kotoha. I think I'm saying it right. I love that you said peace. Because we can bring more peace into our lives. We have the power to bring peace into our lives. We don't have to be controlled by our environment. All right. My fiance, Jocelyn, said in one word, what she hopes for 2026 is married. And yes, that's what's happening. In case you guys didn't know, we are getting married in July. That's when it's happening. And so this summer, I will officially have a wife. And it's wonderful and it's amazing. And gosh, life has just come so far. It's crazy. I'm just super grateful. The most insane being said, I don't know. And that's okay, because you don't have to know right now. And then, of course, Mark Millard came in the chat and said hi. I see a bunch of people throwing some hearts in the chat. Thank you so much for those hearts. The hearts give me motivation. I'm like, yeah, people are here. Okay. So, we're going to go over the 12 aspects of health real quick while it's up here and while we're talking about it. So, starting off, I keep going so, just in case you guys didn't know. So, this is what we're talking about. Alright. Can we move, like, whatever. I don't see how I can get rid of that. Alright, so, I said so again. That's crazy. The 12 aspects of health. The first one is often the first one listed in any sort of program where they're encouraging good health. It is your physical health. And physical health means a lot of things. It means getting good sleep. It means staying fit. It means taking care of your body just in total. And I've separated it from the one right below it, which I'm gonna name a few of these out of order, which is nutritional health. Now, nutritional health, I feel like deserves a category of its own. Almost the same way that when going to a doctor for a checkup, your doctor can take care of your entire body, but your teeth, the things that you eat with, they have an entire profession dedicated to just your teeth. And obviously that's the dentist. And so I put dental health in nutritional health, which it can really go in either. It's physical and nutritional. But I wanted to talk about nutritional because it's not just your dieting, right? But it is your eating habits, it's your food habits, it's your hydration. It's also like anything that you are struggling with when it comes to like addiction. If you're consuming anything that maybe your body shouldn't be consuming, right? I feel like that kind of falls into physical health, obviously, but nutritional health is its own category underneath it. It's basically what you put in your body, and physical health is what you do with your body. And so those are two of our 12 categories. I'd like to be able to see the chat while I'm reading off my screen. That would be wonderful. I think I can do this. Okay, awesome. Okay, now the next one on our list is emotional health. Emotional health is, for a lot of people, it's a little confusing. Emotional and mental health. Some people are like, wait, hold on, what's the difference? I feel like there is a bit of a difference, enough of a difference for them to be given their own categories. So, emotional health has to do, obviously, with your emotions, your feelings. It comes down to like your mood. If you're taking care of yourself, if you're allowing yourself to feel like a human being, if you're cutting off all your feelings, then it's just not good. You become a robot, you become a zombie, and you start just becoming more miserable. If you cut yourself from all feeling, you don't just remove yourselves from the negative feelings, you remove yourself from the positive feelings too. And honestly, apathy, which is what you get when that happens, is one of the negative feelings. So the only thing you do when you cut off all your feelings is get rid of the good ones. That's really all that happens there. But then mental health is slightly more of like the psychological health. It's not, it's how, emotional health is how you feel, and mental health is more of like how you think or believe about yourself, right? So it goes into like your self-esteem, your stress, and like I said, this is an old chart, so some of the words are mixed on these. And I'm sure that a more professional person could come and help me refine this list. Hopefully we can get that done. For now, this is just a random guy sitting in his bedroom saying like, hey guys, these are important things. So take everything with a grain of salt. But mental health obviously is important. And below that, below mental health, we have intellectual health. That is the cyan square that you can see up there. Intellectual health, I separated from mental health because mental health is more of, there's like mental illnesses like depression or anxiety that affect your stress levels, your self-esteem, stuff like that, right? Your intellectual health is more of brain exercises, education, right? Are you keeping your mind active? Are you learning? Are you growing as a person intellectually? Which I think deserves its own category separate from mental health. So we have mental health and intellectual health. Intellectual health is just, are you growing as a person? Are you challenging yourself to new concepts, new ideas, new things? There's a reason why pretty much every institution ever, whether religious or social, tells you that it is good to get an education. Now, moving on from that, the middle one that we see here, it's the dark green square. It says spiritual health. A lot of people, their first thought might be, oh, but I'm not spiritual or I'm not religious, so this square doesn't apply to me. And to that, I say nay. Even if you don't have a religion or like a spirituality or anything like that, even if you aren't involved in anything like that, or even if you really don't believe in a soul or a spirit, totally fine. This still applies to you, and there are a lot of healthy practices that go into this category. In the spiritual category, I talk about prayer, church attendance, and scripture studying, which are all things that I do. However, a lot of people can still enjoy the things that those activities provide, like just meditation, spending time with yourself, reflecting on life and the world and existence, right? Being in tune with yourself and like having a balance, yin and yang. And you could also journaling. Journaling is a great habit for your spiritual health. It helps with emotional, mental health. You'll notice that a lot of these categories align with and affect other categories. So spiritual health directly ties to intellectual, emotional, mental. I'd say it even ties to physical and nutritional, because a lot of spiritual practices or a lot of religious groups have encouragements or guidelines on what to put in your body or what not to put in your body. And so overall, people who are in tune with their spirit, whether they are religious or not, live healthier, more self-aware lives. XOXO Waffles has jumped in the chat. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We are making some New Year's resolutions. I say some, but we're really only making one, and then I'm encouraging you guys to make some. But I'm introducing this new system of ours called the 12 Aspects of Health, which is available on my Discord server, and we're just we're sharing the good vibes. We are halfway through the aspects of health, so I'm going to pause to take a drink. And after we're done with the aspects of health, we're going to take a small little break. We're going to take a small break of me yapping at you, and we're going to play a little game, okay? So don't worry. We're going to play a game. Okay. So, we're going to talk about the last 6 right here. We've covered half of them. If you guys have any questions about what I'm talking about, or any suggestions, something that you're like, oh, I think this should belong in this category, let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. This is a rough draft. It's a work in progress, like I've said. It's a system that I've used in the past, both in the workplace and in my own house in my parents' house when I still lived with them. So we're going to move on to the last 6. The next one I have The most insane being in the chat. I'm gonna actually get water. Be right back. Yes, get your water. Absolutely. Okay. For time's sake, though, I gotta keep going because we are halfway through our time. The next category is social health, and social health, I think, is one of the most ignored. A lot of people think that this self-improvement lifestyle means you kind of go the way of the monk, right? You go on your own, you spend time by yourself doing more of the spiritual health, meditating, self-reflection, journaling, all that stuff. But, like I've said before, balance is key. Balance is important. Moderation in all things. Because social health is so important. Social health involves your familial relationships, your friendships, having trusted relationships, supportive relationships, open communication, just how you exist with other people, the connections that you make. That is a legitimate type of health. And I love all the hearts that I'm seeing in the chat. I really, really appreciate it. You guys being on here, being on this live show tonight, you guys are feeding your social health. You are practicing social health by, even if we're not in the same room, connecting with someone else, connecting with other people in the chat, or even you and I connecting together, just having this conversation. Fun fact for you, fun science fact. You guys might have been able to guess this, but didn't know that it was an official fact. Social health is so important because we literally need to be loved to survive. When a child is born, they need to be able to feel their mother's presence, to know that there is somebody protecting over them and watching over them. It's a subconscious psychological need. If a mother is not there, if they do not feel the physical and moving presence of another holding them, loving and caring for them, the baby's primitive brain, primitives is not quite the right word, I mean the baby's early pre-developed brain will send signals to the body like, oh, this isn't gonna work, we don't have anyone to take care of us, and the body will literally die. The body will die if it does not sense that there is somebody there to love and take care of it. Because the brain, deep in the subconscious, is smart enough to know what it needs to survive. And if it doesn't have what it needs to survive, it's not gonna last very long. Duh. That seems like an obvious thing to say. But it is scientifically proven, and it is a scientific fact, that we need love, we need connection, and we need relationships to survive as human beings. You can live in isolation, but it will affect other aspects of your health. Okay, now you guys might be looking ahead at the next category, and you might be wincing a little bit because you're like, James, isn't this a family-friendly channel? Yes, it absolutely still is a family-friendly channel. The next category is sexual health. And it is something that shouldn't be ignored, but also something that should be talked about in moderation. Am I here to educate you sexually? Absolutely not. However, when talking about sexual health, I'm not talking exclusively about avoiding sexually transmitted diseases or anything like that. Sexual health has a lot to do with your emotional, mental, social, spiritual health. Physical health, actually, like I said, all of these aspects tie into one another. For me right now, like if I'm a single man, just starting in a relationship, sexual health sometimes means waiting. It means abstinence. It means self-control. Being able not to either dive fully in or not, or just stay completely away from it, but being able to control it, keeping it as a healthy part of your life and not an addictive part of your life. Like we said with the nutritional health up there, there's a lot of things that can be addictive. Not just things you put in your body, right? Not just things you consume. But when it comes to sexual health, there's a lot of addictions that can happen there too. There are physical addictions, nutritional addictions, mental addictions, and there are sexual addictions as well. And so obviously it is kind of an uncomfortable subject. Not everybody wants to talk about it, but it is an important thing. And like I said, this is absolutely a family-friendly channel. For a lot of people, if you are, especially if you're underage, this doesn't apply to you in a sense where it's like something you need to worry about. It applies to you in a sense of being sexually healthy when you're younger means not engaging in sexual activity. Duh, right? So some people might be like, "Oh, James, that's a tough subject," and it is a tough subject for a lot of people, but it is still important. We're gonna move on to the next one, environmental health. But first, we're gonna catch up with the chat. Juggling Planets, who just jumped into the long form chat, says hi. This is Aiden, who we just got the first piece of fan mail from. Right here. Here's the card. He's just jumped in the chat. Hello, Aiden. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're here, bro. I'm so glad you're here. Aiden here, he says, just saw your reaction to my Christmas card. So glad you liked it. Also, I'm glad you know the Partridge Family theme. Thanks again for sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, and I'm glad that you're doing well. We also have some new people jumping in the shorts chat. Doughboy is coming in. He's saying hi. I'm new here. Most Insane Bean is back from getting water. Doughboy, hello, and thank you very much for coming. If you have any requests for anything you want to see in the live stream, go ahead and put it in the chat, because I do respond to requests. I might ask something first, like, hey, I'll do that if you subscribe, which we already did. Somebody in the chat said, play FNAF, and I said, if you subscribe, I will. And they did. So you guys can look forward to at least at least one night, one go at FNAF by the end of the stream. But in order to do that, we got to finish our list real quick. We got 4 more. Environmental health is, personally, I think, one of the most overlooked aspects of health. Your environment, the space in which you exist, matters to your health. How clean is your area? Do you have good lighting? Is the temperature all right? Are you keeping yourself busy and fulfilled, right? There are a lot of things that have to do with environmental health, because if you could be living healthy otherwise, but if you're living in not a great space, right? If you're living in an unsafe or an unclean environment, it does affect your mental health. It can affect your physical health, right? Sickness, disease, even just air quality, all of that comes from an unclean or unsafe environment. And so your environmental health is absolutely important to the other aspects of your health. Doughboy is coming in the chat. I'm trying to ask a girl out, but I am scared to. Any advice? Absolutely. I absolutely got advice for you. This is the most common question we get asked on the stream. If you'll stick around for just 1 second, I'm going to finish the last 3 aspects of health right here. I'm just kind of summarizing them real quick, and then I would love to give you advice. Give me just 1 second as I finish this. And then absolutely, I would love to give you advice on that. Stick around. Give me just like 5 minutes. We also have the Snowy Planet who just jumped in. His lights are flickering at 2 a.m. My question is, why are you up at 2 a.m.? No, I'm just kidding. I'm up to 2 a.m. sometimes, way more often than I should be, but I'm doing better at it. I'm doing better. I've been getting to bed before midnight, which is good, and that is an improvement for me. The Snowy Planet and Doughboy, both of you guys, welcome to the chat. I really hope you guys stick around, you know, and I hope that Vecna doesn't come to you in your sleep, the Snowy Planet. That would majorly suck. If you want, we're talking about good, wholesome things here. So if you want to stick around and feel some good vibes and maybe banish the flickering lights away, stick around. Okay, so Doughboy wants to know how to ask out a girl, but we're gonna real quick. We're gonna talk about the last 3 aspects of health. Juggling Planets, Aiden says, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the financial column. And yes, we will be getting to that. The Snowy Planet also said, I was on VR 5 minutes ago. I don't think that's healthy, lol. At like 1 or 2 a.m., maybe not. Just throwing that out there. Some people do it, but there are nights where I stay up, right? You do not have to be perfect at any of this. Snowy Planet just subbed and liked. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So, next one, occupational health. This is more of your self-reliance. This is taking responsibility. This is having good work ethic. This is being willing to serve others and go above and beyond. In your workplace, or if your occupation is student, are you doing your best? Are you keeping yourself fulfilled? Right? Are you keeping your commitments and everything like that? Because genuinely, this is an important aspect of your health. If you aren't keeping up with your commitments or your responsibilities or your work ethic, you, somewhere in the back of your head, at the very least, will start to feel a little bad about yourself. Now remember, this is a guilt-free system. This is not something to make yourself feel guilty about. This is just something to be more mindful and aware about. Jocelyn said in the chat, "Oh, the light's flickering? That's just Steve. He's hungry. Give him a cracker. Those are his favorite." The Snowy Planet said, "I ate all my crackers earlier." Most Insane Bean said, "Steve's coming for you now." Steve, leave him alone. Land Market Networking is coming in the chat with an amazing question. Wow. Is enduring suffering for the sake of virtue still preferable to ending suffering by yielding? A very interesting question. We're going to finish with these last two aspects of health, and then I would love to discuss that. Doughboy did ask about his question first, so we're going to answer that, and then we'll get to that one. Absolutely. Okay, second to last aspect, we have the financial column. Financial health is a real thing. It is a real thing. Basically, it kind of goes along with occupational health. It goes along with environmental health, but finances are important. As much as we don't want to necessarily tunnel vision ourselves into just money, 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 right? Financial health is important. Making sure that we have good saving habits, avoiding debt, investing if you feel like you want to, feel like you have the time to. It's a very healthy thing to do. Financial health also has a lot to do with self-control, avoiding impulse purchases, impulse buying. Are we spending our money on the things that are most important? Are we saving up for our future, right? There's a lot of things that I would go back in time to do differently with my financial health, and a lot of things that I'm trying to implement now to do better. Okay, and the very last aspect is the only one that doesn't end with the AL, like physical, emotional, intellectual, social, financial, all of those ones. This one ends with a UL. It is purposeful. Purposeful health, which sounds different, and because it is. In fact, this is the aspect that kind of ties everything together. Purposeful health is basically asking yourself, after looking at all the previous 11 aspects of health, asking yourself, why do I want to be healthy? What is my purpose in living a healthy life? What are my goals? What do I want to achieve? What kind of person do I want to be, right? So the questions that I have on this sheet right here are questions to just think about, right? With purposeful health, who are you? What do you want in life? What is your purpose? Why do you stay healthy? These are important things to ask yourself, because a lot of people, if somebody's really down in the dust, and I've known a lot of people who have gotten to this point where they just don't see a reason to go on. I could show them this chart and it means absolutely nothing. If they're like, I don't want to be here anymore, right? Why would they care about physical, intellectual, environmental, occupational health if they're just done? If they're feeling the lowest of their lows, this chart is not going to help them. But the last aspect might. The purposeful health doesn't necessarily, it's not asking you what can you do. It's asking, what do you want? What do you desire? What is at your core what you want as a person? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Because really, you can achieve anything you want to. You can achieve anything that you want to do, anything good that you want to accomplish in your life. You have the power to do it. And sometimes, a lot of times, a lot of us, especially in today's society, in today's world, can forget. We can forget that fact that we can forget that there's a purpose, right? We can forget that there's a purpose not just to our triumphs, but for our trials. There's a purpose for everything that we go through. And whether you think it's divined by a creator in the clouds, or whether you think we're all here by evolutionary science, I mean that there's a purpose in your story for every choice you make and everything you ever do. It shapes you into who you are as a person. And I wish that more people would carry more faith in themselves. Because society lies to us and tries to convince us that we are powerless in our own stories. But you have all the power you've ever needed. And what's even better is you have the potential to grow and become even more powerful in your own story. And it could be through any of these 12 aspects of health and or all of them. This is not the answer to the universe. This little Google Docs chart that I color-coded and made, right? This is not the answer to all of your problems. It's just a brainstorming guide. It's just a thinking guide to get yourself on the right track of wondering to yourself and asking the important questions like, who do I want to be? What can I improve on? If I'm lacking the willpower, can I allow myself to fail and be imperfect, knowing that I can get up and do better tomorrow? Because growth is one of the most beautiful gifts that we've been given here in this life. The ability to grow and change. A rock can't really grow and change. Mostly it just gets eroded away by water, right? So it does change, but like something inorganic doesn't have the ability to change. It spends its entire life doing the same thing. Nothing. It can't change, it can't become like anything else unless acted on by another force. It doesn't have the power of its own story the way that we do. And so in the vast expanse of the universe, that's an amazing thing. And we should never take that for granted. We should always remain grateful for that and take advantage of that. Don't waste it. Don't waste this opportunity you have to become someone amazing. Even if nobody else sees it. You can be somebody amazing that nobody sees except you, because you're the only person that needs to see it. As long as you feel happy with yourself, I'd say you're the hero of your own story. And that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. I am super, super grateful for all the comments in the chat right now. We're talking about Steve still. I love it. Thank you for this Snowy Planet said, I just bumped my microphone, sorry. Snowy Planet says, this guy's voice is so calming. I really appreciate it. My fiance coming in and confirming. I would not change the past for all the money in the world. I'm right where I need and want to be. Snowy Planet said, I accidentally scrolled up and got jump scared by a Roblox brain rot stream. Audible scream, most insane bean said. Aiden said, want versus need. Exactly right. I wish the same thing too. And I'm trying not to cry. Aw, well, if you guys cry, hey, it is healthy. It's healthy to cry. Do not feel bad about shedding some tears. That is a healthy thing. Look, we're just talking about emotional health. Right up here. Emotional health. Not cutting off feelings, but letting yourself feel all your feelings and accept them. Not be controlled by them, but understand them. Have you guys, can you guys tell that I've been to therapy before? Okay, so we're at 6:48. Technically, we have like 12 minutes left to our stream, but because I've made some promises and because I'm really enjoying this and I hope you guys are too, we're gonna tack on another 30 minutes to the stream, and we'll go over because we always go over, so why not? We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna take a tiny intermission. I hope you guys stick around. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm just gonna fill up my water, and I'll be right back. Thank you everybody for being here. Don't go anywhere because we're about to play. We're about to play some games. Sorry, I got distracted. Aiden said, "Don't worry, I was bluffing about not crying." Aw, I'm glad. I hope it's a good cry. I hope it's a good cry. If you cry, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you have feelings. Yes! Yay! People coming in the chat, giving support. I love you guys so much, and this is what we're here for. We're going to go to a quick intermission, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. We are back for the last little bit of our stream. Let's see. Oh wow, okay, we got a lot of activity in the chat. I'm glad you guys didn't go anywhere. Five Nights at Freddy's, is this where you wanna be? People coming in the chat, hyped for the FNAF play that we're gonna do at the end of the stream. The Snowy Planet, Bean, that sounds right for you. I'm gonna make a snack. I'm gonna get saltines, Most Insane Bean says. Don't forget to feed Steve. Oh yeah. He very happy. Oh, glad we made Steve happy! Most Insane Bean is back. Oh good, oh good. This is great. Okay, so at this point of the stream, I am going to put a goal in. Oof. I don't know. Can you answer my question, please? Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I didn't forget. I just forgot that I promised to do it as soon as we were done with the 12 aspects of health. Yes. Okay, so now that we're back from intermission, we are going to answer the two questions that we got in the chat, which were really good questions. Doughboy, let me scroll back to make sure I get the wording absolutely correct. You said, I'm trying to ask a girl out, but I am scared to do so. Any advice? Yes. So, like I said before, Doughboy, thank you so much for hanging around, and thank you for reminding me in the chat. I really appreciate you being patient with me. So, this is one of the most common questions that I get on my shows, on my streams, and that's not a bad thing. It's a legitimate question. A lot of guys and girls, right? But a lot of young people don't know who to ask or where to go when it comes to use an old-fashioned term, courting, or just dating in general. There are a lot of healthy ways. Actually, dating is a healthy thing. Dating is a healthy thing. It's an important thing, right? And a lot of people kind of go hush-hush or like when you're older. I feel like we should be informed earlier. Not necessarily about everything, obviously, but like I wish growing up that I was told more so that I didn't have so many questions and I went to the wrong sources to find the answers, right? I feel like that happens too much. I feel like we need to be open and honest about how things work, right? I see a lot of hearts popping off in the chat, so it looks like people agree with that. So, as far as asking a girl out, I have a few clarifying questions for you, Doughboy. So I'm trying to ask a girl out, but I'm scared to do so. Any advice? It depends. Is this a girl you have not met before? Have you spoken to this girl at all? Have you ever talked to this girl, right? Or, on the flip side, is this a friend of yours? Are you friends with this girl? Is she someone that you really like and you spent a lot of time with, right? That definitely changes the answer a little bit. However, the core principle stays the same. And I want you to listen close because it's going to sound like a poster. It's going to sound like a cliche poster. It's going to sound like something that like an AI chat might tell you because it's programmed to. But genuinely, the best thing you can do for finding and retaining a healthy relationship is being yourself. Hear me out. Hear me out. Don't leave. Hear me out. Being yourself, meaning not trying to be an idealized version of what you think the other person will like. And I'll tell you why. Doughboy, you just said she's my best friend since middle school. That's super sweet. And I ship it already. No, don't. That's real. Real people, James. Don't ship real people. My bad. Okay, but what you ought to do, is at base core principle, the biggest warning, the biggest piece of advice that I have for people is to not pretend to be somebody that you're not. Do not try to be someone else, because the fact of the matter is, the undeniable fact that will never change, is that the perfect person for you is going to love you exactly the way that you are. Not that, like, they're okay with, like, everything, like, not that they're okay with, like, bad habits that you have or anything like that, but they love you for who you are as a person, and they don't want you to change or fit their ideal version of what a partner should be, right? When you find somebody, and maybe you already have, who matches your, who's a match, a real match is not made if you put on a mask around them. If you act differently around them. A good sign is if you feel like you can be yourself around them, which it sounds like, if she's your best friend since middle school, that you probably can act like yourself around her, and that's a good sign. I have always stood by the fact that you should be friends with the person who you fall in love with. Not necessarily that it has to happen in that order, but the person you fall in love with should feel like your best friend. It shouldn't feel like a transactional relationship. It shouldn't feel like an obligatory relationship. It should feel like this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. The person you want to be inseparable from. Not solely dependent on. Because you gotta be dependent on yourself. You gotta have other sources of comfort when you hit rocky times, because they'll happen. That's just the reality of it. Nobody's perfect, which means no couple is perfect. However, you can get pretty close, and I can say that because I have the perfect fiance right now. So, for asking her out, you may be tempted to, like, test the water and feel out, to, like, try to figure out if she feels the same way towards you. And it's not a bad thing to do. I can't tell you exactly what to do because I don't know the relationship that you have with her. But I would say, when you ask her out on a date, it doesn't, and this depends, again, I don't know your relationship with her, I don't know what you guys already do together, but when you ask her out on a date, it can still be just like hanging out as friends, and you slowly wean into the, I'd like to take you on a more romantic date, or we should do something like as a couple, like invite her to a dance, or something like that. Invite her to go out to eat, or, you know, whatever. There's tons of different things that you could do. The biggest thing is that you want to be aware. Don't be looking for a way in, if that makes sense. Don't be looking to, like, slide in and be like, aha, I've made my move. If you want to be a good partner to the other person, then you got to be looking for what they're saying to you. You have to be you have to be listening more than you're speaking, right? Listen to what she's saying, listen to how she feels, and as scary as it is, you can just say it out loud. The scariest part that a lot of people have is that if I just say out loud, hey, I think I have feelings for you, I think I like you, then it might ruin the friendship. You might lose the friendship. So I think the most important thing is to make sure that the other person understands that you don't want to lose them. Which means you have to be ready to accept a no. If you tell them that you have feelings for them, and they say that they feel the same, then awesome, exciting, great, you can start exploring a relationship together. If you tell them that you have feelings for them, and they say that they don't share those same feelings, then in order to not lose the friendship, you have to be okay with that. You have to say, okay, like, I respect how you feel, and I care about you enough. If you truly love them, you'll care about them enough to respect their decisions, if that makes sense, right? So if they say that they don't feel the same way about you, keep the friendship by respecting their choice and moving on. It might be tough. It's going to hurt maybe a little bit. Maybe you might feel distant for like a week or two. But I think that's my biggest advice. You know, there's a lot of anxiety and worrying that comes around, like what happens if she doesn't feel the same way? What happens if she says no? That's what happens. You know, I'm laying it out clear for you. What your job is to continue loving and caring for her, however, like, while respecting her boundaries, right? So if she says no, if she says I don't feel that way, then she will be able to tell that you really are her friend because you do care about how she feels. You care about her preferences and her boundaries, and that's what will make a friendship stick because she still trusts you, regardless of if she knew that you had a crush on her at some point, right? So obviously, we're hoping that she says that she feels the same, right? But it's important to know. It's important to be ready to accept a no, and that makes you the mature person in the friendship. That makes you mature and ready, and it makes it so that you won't completely fall apart. The heartbreak will not last as long or as hard if you are prepared for that, because you respect the other person's agency, their ability to choose. And if you're afraid, like, okay, but what if she changes her mind, right? Then if she changes her mind, she will let you know. If you tell her, I feel this way about you, and she says, I don't pursue it again. Don't pursue it again. It doesn't mean that you immediately have to go pursue someone else. Just keep enjoying the friendship that you have with her. And she knows that you have, or at some point had, feelings for her. So if she starts to feel that she's having feelings for you, then the ball's in her court and she can come to you, right? If you go to her and it's like, hey, it's been a few months or it's been a couple of years, I still kind of have feelings for you. Has it changed for you? Have you changed your mind, right? That's pushy. That's pushy. It's not respecting her original choice. You need to behave like that is how she will feel for the rest of her life. And if she changes her mind, and if she's mature enough about it, she will come to you. So, biggest takeaways: be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be some fake version of you, because then they'll fall in love with someone who's not you. Respect boundaries, and recognize that this is not the end. However this goes, there's a bajillion doors open to you. If it doesn't go well, it is not the end of the world. You have value completely regardless of your relationship status. I'm going to say that one more time. You have value completely regardless of your relationship status. So please don't forget that. I'm going to catch up with the chat real quick. Willow Fan is in the chat. Hello, I'm pretty sure you've been here before. I think I've seen you here before. Welcome, or at least we've had somebody named Willow here before. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. The Snowy Planet saying, oh my gosh, that is actually such good advice. Thank you so much. Like I said, we've had a question of this type a lot on our stream. Jocelyn, again, my fiance, said, when me and James started dating, I told him that if anything started not working out, I wanted to prioritize our friendship. Correct. Because if you have, like, I am on good terms with all except one of my ex-romantic partners. Some of them I'm still very close friends with. Some of them we have parted ways and we do not speak anymore. However, I parted on at least good or respectful terms with all of them, because a breakup or a relationship ending or a relationship not working out, it has such a negative stigma around it, but it does not need to be a negative thing. It can be a very positive thing. If two people are starting a relationship and they realize that they're not working out, it is a good thing that they go their separate ways. Not necessarily that they never see each other again and they never talk. Maybe they stay friends, right? But it can be a very positive and healthy thing to recognize when maybe something isn't working out, or maybe you thought you made a wrong decision or something like that. That's called growth. That's called you understand more about yourself. You understand more about how to have a relationship with someone else. And the next one will inch you closer to that end goal that you have of the sort of relationship that you want. Doughboy said, thank you for the advice. I really hope that that it was helpful. I hope that maybe you took notes. Who knows? Maybe you took notes. Maybe you didn't. I don't care. You could always go back and watch and take notes. And if you, Doughboy, I'm speaking specifically to you, Doughboy, if you want to like stick around, I would love to hear how it goes. I would love if you want to keep coming back for advice. I mean, obviously you can do the obvious plug-in, which is, hey, subscribe. But what I mean is that we also have a Discord server down in the description. We have like advice channels. We have all sorts of support and stuff to just come to ask questions and ask for advice, even when I'm not live on the live show. You can absolutely join the Discord server or subscribe here so that you do get notified for the live shows. I would genuinely love to hear how it goes. If you jump in the live show again, I'll be like, yo, it's Doughboy. How did asking the girl out go? I love actually having a relationship and a connection with each of you guys that come in my stream, because you guys are not just numbers on a screen. You guys are actual people sitting on your phone or in front of your computer or elsewhere, spending your time watching and listening to what I have to say, and that means the world to me, and you guys mean the world to me. I am honored by each and every one of you that comes in and says hi, no matter how long your stay is. Even if tonight's the only night that I see you, I am just so honored to have you as part of my journey, and that I get to be a part of yours. The Snowy Planet says, James, do you have any advice for recovering muscles after exercise? Rest. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give deeper advice than that. But I'm gonna pause there because we have a couple of questions in the chat. I do want to answer the questions. Before I answer, we spent a lot of time on that last one. My nose is so itchy. I don't know why. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna do something embarrassing on stream. I'm just gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. So we've had a lot of amazing advice, a lot of good advice. I actually want to shift gears, and we're now going to do what this whole thing was about. I've mentioned the Discord server quite a bit. Today, we collectively, as a group, we are going to come up with a goal, a community goal, a community New Year's resolution for January. Looking at these 12 aspects of health, if you guys says he's going to mute himself and then keeps talking when we can't hear him. It was just in case. I didn't, anyway. So if you guys go onto the Discord server, you'll see that we have this chart, the 12 aspects of health. We have it available in a forum that we have, and we're going to start monthly making goals as a community. We're going to vote on and choose one of these aspects of health, and together we're going to curate a goal that we can all keep each other accountable for, an area of our life that we can all work together on, because goals are exponentially more likely to be stuck with if you have a support system around it. If you have a group of people keeping you accountable, you keep them accountable, you support and encourage each other, it's amazing, it's wonderful. So starting tonight, we are going to vote on the 12 aspects of health. We're going to come up with one that we want to focus on for the month of January. At the beginning of February, we're going to choose another one and make another goal for just a month. So this is just a month long. It's a small commitment, right? If you, again, watch that video that I was talking about at the beginning of the show, my video about actually making and keeping your goals, your New Year's resolutions, it's important that you don't start the year with like, I'm gonna be better at this year, and then you never revisit it again, right? It's important that when you make a goal, you revisit it, or at least you give yourself a time span to build this habit and then you revisit it periodically throughout, right? So when on the Discord server, when we create a forum for this goal we're going to be tracking as a community for the month of January. But the forum thread will exist after January. People can continue going there and supporting each other for those who want to keep pursuing that goal. This is a system that I've been really, really excited to introduce and have a community to work on with. And so I really appreciate, I see the chat absolutely popping off with hearts. I really appreciate all of you being here for this. So I'm going to see if I can add a poll. I think I can. We're going to start a poll, but how many options can I add? Just 4. Only 4. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to just type in the chat then. Aiden asked, James, are you still a Pokemon fan? If so, when playing Pokemon Red and Blue, what do you name your rival? I name mine Rano. Sound familiar? It does sound familiar. That is Bambi too. I understand. As sad as it is, have never actually been able to play a Pokemon game. I've never owned, I've played it on like friends, Nintendo DS's and such, but I have actually never owned a Pokemon game. I've wanted to so bad. I want that childhood. I want to relive my childhood, but adding Pokemon in there. Anyway, Doughboy said, how often do you live stream? Also, I subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscribe. New subscriber. Woo! How often do I live stream? Our live shows are every Friday, with some exceptions. During the holiday season, we missed 2 weeks due to just extraneous circumstances. It's the holidays. I don't know how many of you guys would have been available, and I wasn't as available as I thought I was going to be. So this is our New Year's stream, and we had a few Christmas streams in the month of December leading up to actually Christmas. But for the most part, you should expect a live stream every Friday night. The time, we're still shifting around, we're still adjusting, seeing what time works best. But every Friday night, there will be a live show with some theme behind it. It's not always free advice. The last live show we did was an art stream where I invited 3 guest artists on, and we drew, and you guys watched us as we drew, and we did challenges and art games and all sorts of stuff like that. It was fun. The stream before that, we played games. I played games with you guys, so you guys were able to join the games that I was playing, and we were all able to play together. It was fun. And the stream before that, I was doing Christmas karaoke. I was singing for you guys because I also sing and I do music. So tons of stuff. I am literally the definition of jack of all trades, master of none. But yeah, so I'm gonna type in the chat real quick. Okay. What goal do you want to focus on as a community? Or, whoa, hold on. What aspect of health? Wah! What aspect of health? I can type. What aspect of health do you want to make a goal? Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to write this down. This is something I definitely should have figured out earlier. Which aspect of health do we want to focus on as a community for January? We're gonna, oh, I cannot shift enter. Okay. Physical, emotional, mental, nutritional, spiritual, intellectual, social, sexual, environmental, occupational, financial, or purposeful. Okay, there we go. So I just bumped my microphone again, I'm sorry. I would love everybody to put in the chat what they would like to focus on this month. I'm going to put it in the chat in both of the chats, so give me just a second while I do that. I would love to hear from each of you guys. We're going to be taking a vote, and the most popular answer is the aspect that we're going to focus on this month. And if we don't get a solid consensus, here, then we're going to go to the Discord server and we're going to ask there. So, which aspect of health do we want to focus on as a community for January? I'm thinking in the future I might make this poll on the Discord server and then ask here, like on the Discord server ahead of time, and then curate the actual goal that we make here. So I'd love to see everybody's votes. We have one vote already in the long form chat. Somebody said financial. The Snowy Planet said physical. Okay. I'm gonna write these down somewhere. This stupid fly has been flying around my room this whole time. Ah! Anyway. Okay. Pulling it up. Woo! Discord is lagging. It is lagging. Who else has some votes? We have one vote for financial, one vote for physical. Ah. Okay. Physical has one vote. Financial has another vote. Alright, we need some more votes in the chat. The Most Insane Bean, Jocelyn, Doughboy, whoever is here, Havwong if you're still here, Willow if you're still here. Would love to get some votes in the chat. They're all good. This is hard. Most Insane Being says, I'm unsure, but if you wanted to do it in an orderly manner, you could do them in order like physical is January, emotional is February, and so on. That is good because there's 12 aspects of health. But I don't want to necessarily like lock it in because like the chat might, like, you guys might overall have something where you're like, hey, I actually really would like to talk about this month, right? What is, I'll narrow down the question. What is something you personally would like to improve on this month? What? Hold on, I'm going to type it out. What is, or which aspect personally like to improve on this month? Okay. Okay, Jocelyn said either physical, financial, or emotional. Okay, so we have 2 votes for physical, 2 votes for financial, and 1 for emotional. Technically, unless Most Insane Being gives me something else, technically Most Insane Being suggested we do physical for January. And somebody already asked in the chat, the Snowy Planet actually asked how to muscles after exercise. If we want, we can absolutely do physical for January. I think for the following months, I think I will make this poll in the Discord server first and then bring it to the live show. I think I'm going to do that next time. All right, I'm giving a little bit more time for some votes to come in. Right now, it looks like physical is winning. Financial is in second. But we can still make goals for both of them. We can still make goals for both of them, but just the one with the most votes is going to be the one that we make a community goal. Doughboy said, by any chance, can you add a song called Childhood by Daniel Instrumental? Huh. Well, I will have to check it out, and maybe on the next stream, I might be able to. As long as it's not copyrighted, I can play it as stream music. Unless it's a karaoke stream in which everything is copyrighted. Jocelyn says, my sister says she agrees with Insane Bean. She's watching over my shoulder. Okay, well, technically that means we have 4 votes for physical. Alright, solid. Okay. This is a solid goal. I think it looks like I'm going to submit the poll in the Discord server as well. Okay. Physical. Okay, it was physical, emotional, mental, nutritional. I could not spell nutritional correctly. That's crazy. Can you play Minecraft songs? They might be copyrighted though. Bro, I would love to play Minecraft music in my stream. But yeah, you're probably right. I'm pretty sure they're copyrighted. Minecraft music would be so nice in my stream, bro. So I completely agree. That would be amazing. Spiritual. 1, 2. I can only add 10 in the Discord polls? That sucks! Okay, wait. Spiritual. Intellectual. Social. Okay, we're gonna do physical / nutritional. I still cannot spell nutritional, that's crazy. Environmental. Occupational. Financial. I'm gonna put both of those in the same category, just so that easy voting. Okay. All right. This is also being voted on in the stream, or in the live show tonight. Okay, let's see. Most insane bean. I just hurt my finger. That's like the 3rd time today. Sorry about that. Doughboy says, I'm going to head out. Nice seeing you. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Please come back and tell us how it goes with your friend. I really want to hear about that. All right. Willow's like, huh? Are we doing FNAF? Are we doing FNAF? Yes. Yes, we will do FNAF. The person who... Snowy Planet, that's right. Oh no, Kotoha. Kotoha. Where's Kotoha? Are they still here? Kotoha! You wanted me to play FNAF. Are you still here? Okay, this is also being voted in the live show tonight. See... Ah, I almost got it. Also, I think I'm like pulling out my cord right here. I think we all have spelling troubles too. I know I do. But Discord polls only allow 10. Okay. All right. I think we've got it all set up in the Discord server. Okay. Sorry for my quick distraction. All right. Willow, I just ate cardboard. It tastes like marshmallows. I wouldn't have expected that. All right. Lol, rad. Aiden saying, gotta go. It was an honor to be a part of this. Hope to catch the next one. See you then. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna, right before we go, we're going to craft our physical goal for this month all together to work on as a community. And then we're gonna end the night with some FNAF, which means we're gonna go even more overtime over the hour 30 minutes, but for you guys, it's absolutely worth it. James, I just searched. Minecraft songs are copyrighted. It is true. It is true. They are copyrighted. Thank you so much for being here, Aiden. Thank you, Doughboy. Thank you guys so much. Okay, before the rest of you leave, we got to curate our physical goal for today. So we want to come up with a goal that is measurable, achievable, something that we can support each other on. What would you guys like to improve on physically this month? What's something physically you'd like to improve on in your life that we can tackle this month? Most insane being, I don't know what I was thinking, leaving my child behind. The FNAF songs, I love it. Living Tombstone. Okay, so what would you guys like to do for our physical goals? We can brainstorm some ideas together. I could totally just like Google some ideas and be like, yo, what do you think? Ideas for physical goals. For New Year's, because why not? Let's see. Okay, so there's things as simple as like daily movement, hiking, dancing, trying a new outdoor hobby of some sort. These are the ideas that I'm pulling up right here. Oh my gosh, my system is going crazy. Alright, just being more active in general. Okay, I like that. We don't want to go like too specific, but we also don't want to be too vague either. So being more active in general. What is one thing that you can do to be more active? Some people like track their steps, right? They're like, oh, let's go walking every day, right? Let's do enjoyable activities like hiking, dancing. Better sleep is a good one that I'm working on. Better hydration. Better nutrition. I guess those things go into the nutritional health, but I'm eating cheese and crackers. Yay! Strength training. Scheduling workouts. There's a ton of things that we can do. Let's see. So I have just being more active in general. I think, you know what I think could be good? I think we should challenge ourselves. Hold doing something. Oh, hold on, doing something. Don't forget to give a cracker to Steve. I love that. Okay, so I have an idea. I want to hear what you guys think about it. For the month of January, we can use the Discord server and the thread to support each other on going on walks more often. This helps with our physical health. It gets us active. It gets us outside. It also helps with our environmental health and our spiritual health and our mental and emotional health and everything, honestly. Yeah. But going on walks more often. And my idea is to go on a nature walk this month, right? We can decide to go on one nature walk, or we can decide, hey, we want to do 3 nature walks this month, or we want to do like a nature walk per week. Every week we take a walk outside. I think that's a solid option. Every week we take a walk outside. Willow, we're about to play FNAF as soon as we finish this goal and everybody agrees on it. So my idea, based on be more active, I'm saying, what if we support each other in going on a walk at least once a week? And in the Discord server, we post pictures. We post pictures of the cool things that we see on our walks. We post pictures of the nature. We can take selfies, or we can just take a picture of the landscape. Yeah, Most Insane Bean said every week. Yeah, you can decide how best it works for you, but at least once a week, going on a walk outside. And we'll support each other by taking pictures, and it can be selfies or it can be pictures of the scenery that we see. And we can post them in the Discord thread. I think that's a great idea. Throw some hearts in the chat if you think that's a good idea. Throw some hearts and thumbs up. Say something in the chat if you're down, if we're gonna commit to this goal. Go ahead and put the if you are committed. Hold on. I had a brain fart for a second. If you're committed to keeping this goal with us, put in the chat right now, I'm committed. I'll start. I'm committed. If you guys put in the chat, I'm committed, I'll know that you guys are doing this goal with us. And again, there's no guilt. We're not expected to be perfect. As long as it's on your mind and you're doing your best, right? This is a small way in which we can improve the quality of our lives, specifically in the physical aspect of our personal health. So go ahead and put in the chat, I'm committed, so that I know that you guys are gonna do this with me. Most Insane Bean says, I'm committed. Let's go. Most Insane Bean, are you on our Discord server? Because if you're not, you should totally join. But if you can't, no worries, because we'll see you here anyway. We'll be checking in every week during the live shows this month. Willow Fan says, I'm committed. Snowy Planet says, I'm committed. Jocelyn says, my love, what if we went on a walk and streamed while we did it? Maybe. And also, I'm committed. Possible. That's not a bad idea. Maybe we could. Maybe we could. I used to do streams when I either was on drives or walks. I used to do that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Most Insane Bean says, I can't have Discord, sadly. Don't worry. No worries. Because we will be checking in. We'll be checking in on the live shows as well every week on Friday. Well, it is 7:30. I'm super happy that we nailed this down, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much for committing to this with me. I'm gonna take a screenshot right now of the commitments. Okay, we are all committed. We are all committed to taking one walk outside every week. One walk outside every week to improve or to stay more active and focus on our physical health. And that is our official goal. We've locked it in. Everybody give yourselves a big hand of applause. I'm actually, I feel like it's a breath of fresh air. I'm so freaking excited for us, guys. This is so cool. And this is the kind of stuff that I want to be doing with you guys. And this marks the first night of us using this system and coming up with a goal that we're all going to do together. So happy for us, guys, and I'm so proud of us. Thank you guys so much. And there are a few questions in the chat. What about my question? Are we going to play FNAF? Yes. I'm going to answer your question real quick. Snowy Planet, where was your question? Okay, James, do you have any advice for recovering muscles after exercise? I think what you're saying is after you exercise, your muscles get sore. Is there any advice for recovering them? The number one thing, and again, I do not work out. I should. I want to. It's something that a habit that I've tried to build several times. But I have learned things. I have learned things from working out with friends or being taken to the gym by different people. I kind of want to make a little bug hotel. Ooh, make a bug hotel. That would be so cute. So the best advice that I've received, I can't give a whole lot of advice on this, unfortunately, because like I said, I don't work out personally, and I'm trying to build that habit now while I'm young, before I like really need it when I'm a little older. So what I've heard and what I've experienced and what I've been told by multiple people, multiple sources, is that the most important thing is giving yourself a rest day. Not overdoing it when you go work out and when you exercise. When you exercise, what's actually happening is that you are tearing the tissues around your muscles. And when you tear them, they then spend time healing over, and naturally they heal over it, which adds layer upon layer, and you build your muscles. However, if you tear your tissues, every time you work out and your muscles get sore, you're tearing your tissues, and that's what you're doing. It's not a bad thing. That's just that's what working out is. But when you tear your tissue and then you never give your body a day to rest, it doesn't have time to heal. You just keep tearing it and it keeps staying torn. So you need to give your muscles time to knit back together and heal. And you'll see progress over time, whether you're trying bodybuilding or just to stay fit. whether you're trying like weight training or anything like that, the important thing is that you need to give yourself rest. Give yourself a rest day or two. I think some people, I think the most it's encouraged for anybody to work out is like 5 days a week, right? Some people work out 3 days a week and they have a break, right? But give yourself breaks. Give your muscles time to repair and reknit and build stronger and grow. So a piece of advice that I got from my roommate, who you guys have seen on stream before, his name's Isaac. He works out quite a bit and he's very dedicated to it, and it's a very admirable thing. He spends a day working on his legs, right? Leg day, right? He spends a day working on his arms, his chest, his core, and then he spends like a cardio day and stuff like that. He makes sure that in between one leg day and the other leg day, there is a rest day, so that the muscles in his legs that the tissue of which he tore has time to heal before he works them out again. So I think that is the best advice that I can give confidently, because I don't know enough about it to give any other advice. And I'll be honest with that. If you ask me a question and I don't know the answer to it, I'm not going to give you something that's wrong. I'm just going to tell you, hey, I don't actually know the answer to that question. But that is the information that I do have, is that rest is important. So, all right. And I think there was one other question in the chat. I don't remember what it was, and they left. I don't think they're still here. I think they left the chat. But now, it is time. It is 7:40, and it is time to try to survive another night at Freddy's. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. Let us go ahead and return to our set right here. Oh. Okay. Whew, that's almost exactly what I do, bro. Thanks so much. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. I'm so happy to hear that. That's amazing. All right. So we are going to stop the music. We're going to slowly turn it down. And we're going to be moving on to FNAF. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to scream, and I might cry. It might happen. That's just how it goes. Okay. It is now time to open the FNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's. Ooh. You guys can probably hear the static. Yep. I'm gonna scream probably. Alright, give me just a second. I know it's gonna glitch for a second. Ah! Okay, give it a second. Give it a second. I just gotta adjust the stream orientation so you guys can see everything that happens. You can see me crying to my mommy in all its glory. And we're just gonna make me like super big, because why not? Alright. Are you guys ready? I'm not. What are we on? Night 4? We're gonna see James get jump scared. Oh, that's not rare. You can watch any other video of me doing a scary game. Be right back. Go into the long form video thing. Huh. Okay, wait. It's not showing up. Give me just a second. We're gonna pull it up again. Here we go. Here we go. I forgot to go into performance mode. Dang it. Hold on. Oof. I need to go into performance mode so that it'll run smoother. Most Insane Bean is back, and he's in the long form chat, which is awesome. Alright, I got both chats here so that I can play the game here. Ew. Oh, in this case, we gotta turn off the lights and make it spooky. Here we go. Woo! Okay. Ready as ever, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to hear lovely health advice. Oh, thank you so much, Snowy Planet. That wasn't even me plugging myself. That was somebody in the chat saying that. Okay, give me just a second. I'm gonna turn off the lights to give it the spooky ambience. Ooh. Very spooky, very spooky. Alright, if I'm not able to see the chat, it's because I'm locked in, bros. Okay, I'm locked in, broskies. Okay, time to take a sip of water. Gotta stay hydrated. I'm not ready! Okay. Woo! Okay. Woo. Alright, here we go. Night 4. Ah! I'm already psyching myself out. It's just a game. It's a computer screen, and nothing can hurt me. Okay. I don't remember what I was doing! I need to go on, which one? Is it East Hall Corner? I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to... I haven't played in so long! I'm pretty sure Foxy gets mad if you look at the cameras too little or too much. Who's banging on what? Oh wait, that sounds like Foxy. Or is that Chica in the kitchens? I don't know! I don't know what sound this is! What the freak? Oh, that just means he's left. Wait, too much power. What the freak? Stop! What are all these sounds? I don't know how to play this game! I've used too much power already! I gotta go slower. Help! I don't like the sound of footsteps! We're at 1 AM and I don't like it! Please! Please let me get through this night! I've tried this night like 4 times! It's kind of poetic, but if we go above that, then it's not gonna be funny anymore. There's a blue bunny popping out of a present, and honestly, all it's making me think about is Jax. Ah, Freddy laughed! He's moved! Stop moving! Ah! Sorry, I scream at nothing! I scream at nothing! Also, was that cupcake always in the corner staring at me? Hello, Chica, you are right outside the door. Ah! Okay, cool. Ah! She's still outside the door. And I don't want her to be there. We're running low on power! I do not have enough power to get through this night. This is not okay. Woo! Ah! Somebody just subscribed and the chime scared me. Ah! We're only at 3 a.m. Okay, we're at like 49% though, so we're like doing okay as long as I conserve. Gotta conserve the power. Stop making footsteps. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. Guys, YouTubers were playing this back in like 20. Oh my gosh, no! Dig it, dig it, dig it. How did I live? How did I live? Woo! Okay. All right, cool. I don't know how that happens. This is great. This is great. Can you guys see that I'm in denial? There was no way I should have survived that. That should have been a death. He knocking on the door, but I'm not gonna let you in. I don't like the interference. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh, we're at 36%. We're not even to 4 a.m. yet. Go away! Chica's out the door. There's knocking at the door. Oh, what they waiting for? How beautiful the night can be. Ah! Oh my gosh, the sound of the door freaking scared me, even though I was the one that opened it. Okay, she's not at the door anymore. But it doesn't matter, because she could still just like pop up out of nowhere. We're at 3 a.m. and we're at 29% power. I need to use less. Less. Okay. I'm dead. I'm so dead. This isn't... No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm dead. Foxy's gonna get me. Checking the cameras too much! I don't know how to play this game! Wait, that sounds like... Okay. Ah! Stop! Dang it! Ah! Did you guys like this? The gibberish that I screamed? That was great, wasn't it? Woo! Get out of here, Freddy. I don't want you anymore, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was wild. He got me there. He got me there. Woo! Oh. Woo! Whew. Woo! Okay. Hi, chat. How you doing? I said, whoop, jump scare. Bro, been playing for 1 minute, is already scared for life. Scarred for life or scared for his life? Either way, you're correct. Oh boy. Also, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There's no need for it to be that aggressive. Okay. Yep, you're right. I was playing for like 1 minute. And I was scared for my life. I guess that's the lowest setting it can go on. Okay, cool. Woo, boy. Oh, boy. Spooky dookie. Fun fact, Foxy was coded kind of wrong, so you can camera stall on any cam and he won't move. This is helpful because you also got to camera stall Freddy, I think. And yes, that is true. I looked that up. Dang it. Dang it. Ah! Hot dog water. I scream at nothing. Screams. Willow fan said, Most Insane Bean said, I got jump scared by your scream. I'm so sorry. I'm a very, exuberant person. Oh, that's crazy. My fiance said, are you okay, babe? I think I'm okay. I think I think I'm okay. I just got water like all over my face. Alrighty. Well, you guys are welcome. Who subscribed in the middle of the freaking game? Thank you. Thank you for the subscribe. You just scared me. I love Jay and Sinessa. Who's I love Jay and Sinessa? Who jumped in and subscribed? Most Insane Bean says, no, I started laughing really hard after. I'm glad that that led to you laughing and not to you hating me. Woo. Okay. Well, it is 7:52, my time, which means that this stream has successfully gone, wow, am I like 14? This stream has successfully gone for 2 hours. Willowfan. Willowfan, Snowy Planet, Most Insane Bean, and of course, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing fiance, Jocelyn. Thank you all for being here so much. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make the thread in the Discord thing right now, because that's how we do it. That's how we roll. Let's see. Oh, people have already started voting, and most people are asking for a physical or nutritional goal in the poll anyway. So that's great, awesome, because that is what we are doing. Very nice. Okay. So, basically, we're going to go to the monthly goals, and we're going to add a thread. And the thread will be January 2026, and it's going to be our physical goal. And it's going to be taking a walk every week. And if you're on the Discord server, posting a picture of you on your walk. It doesn't have to be a picture of you, you know, protect your own identity if you're nervous about that, but definitely take a picture of where you walked, the environment, the space. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Okay. Successfully gone. Wow. Most Insane Bean making fun of my voice cracks. Love that. Okay. Went from 14 to 41. Oh, shut up. Oh, I love you too, baby. And I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be ending the stream about-ish now. Oh, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are amazing, wonderful, absolute superheroes. You guys are your own superheroes of your own story. And you guys are heroes of my story too. I really appreciate you guys being here for my journey. And I am honored and glad to be here for yours. So never forget that. Never forget that the world is a better place with you in it. Eat your banana pancakes. And I hope you all have a good night. I'm going to leave us off with some stream music, because why not? And also I'm just like washing my face out with a whole lot of white right now. Where's my history? I was just playing the stream music. Where is it? Ah! Oh, here it is. Alright. I'm going to leave you guys with the stream music. Thank you so much for being here. Insane Bean, you keep saying hot dog water, but I'm not sure why. So, we'll solve that mystery next time. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful night and enjoy the new year. We'll be checking up with you guys. We're here for you anytime you need support. Just comment on the video. Like literally, you can comment on any of my videos if you're like, "Hey, bro, I'm in a bit of a pickle, or I need some support. I need some suggestions or some advice." Literally comment on any of my videos and I'll see it. It'll pop up on my phone and I will probably reply. So I hope to see you all next week, next Friday, if you aren't in the Discord server. Thank you, the Snowy Planet. Bye, bro. You're the best, he said. No, you are. You're the best. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys, you make this all mean something. Thank you so much. The Most Insane Bean saying bye, James. See you next Friday. Hearts in the chat for everybody. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night. Love you all. Mwah. And with that, I bid you adieu. Bye.